2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cordero Patterson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 1st-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got Burton here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. Not much there, only a yard.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man, it's caught. for a Steelers touchdown. Elijah Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right?
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Funches has it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He got 29 yards. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Devin Funchess. As the first half is winding down.
What defense was that,
the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. That's complete to Tony. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Come on.
The crossing route, that's more. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Again, he finds more.
Cut the other way.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. Oh, was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Come
30.
on.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This guy's a fucking joke.
That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
Come on. What's up with these dumb animations?
High percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On the give is Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another run now for Nwangu. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Come on.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. The quick
Let's go.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Let's go. Back in the game. Back in control.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Peoples-Hernandez.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's up in it after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Darnold. They set up the screen to Chubb. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught
Oh my God.
the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. So Sam Darnold not really known for having the strongest.
Who?
That CJ guy was literally just capping. He doesn't even know him. Only reason I want to play for money is because I don't
It's supposed to be 3 people back in coverage.
VC, do you know that CJ guy?
Fuck this.
No, you're good.
NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the
First
value of
down.
taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard game there on 3rd and 2. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this. 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed.
What?
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go. You get that first?
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run is Nwangu. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And he will find his
Come
man
on, Ruggs.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively.
You lift weights in this season.
1:50 left in the football game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And this time he is in. Yes. Kene Nwangu, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
That's my fault.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Darnold to throw. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Get over there.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie Asante. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Let's go.
After the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Get them out of here.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's get him out of here.
They'll go ahead and take the knee
Yeah,
here.
no more timeouts. Let's go.
Season will continue. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
go, Rook. Let's go, Rook. Let's go, Rook. Let's go, Rook.
Hold on, I can make it. Hold on, I can make it so. Yo, I can change it. Hold on, let me change it so more emotes pop up. Let me look at the. So I can make it so the duration is 5 seconds. Emote scale 5. I don't understand. I can make it not ignore duplicates. Alright. Emote scale. Oh, it's the size. Alright, now every emote you type gets popped in there. Gotti, every emote you type now is gonna get. So you do like 3 the same, they're all 3 gonna pop up. Before it would only do. It wouldn't do duplicates. Now it's fine. God damn. All the emotes just popping in there.
Got him.
What does that mean, rest in peace to the parking lot? I don't know what that
Damn,
means.
got no intel. I mean, tackles.
Y'all really fucking with this shit. Y'all gonna make my stream crash, bro. Let's go, man.
Son of none of y'all.
GG's. Alright, Kaz, you ready, baby? You ready, Kaz? You motherfuckers, I shouldn't have done this emote shit. Yo, we gotta chill with this shit, bro. I'll fucking throw up. I'll see y'all later. Oh wait, I can play Wazzy. Are we locked in? Alright. Listen, alright. Wait. Didn't you get home last time, Wazzy? The fuck even is that? What even is that? Fort Bush? Fort Bush. Fort Bush. Stop with the Fort Bush. You're gonna break it. You're gonna break this whole thing. Y'all are annoying as fuck. You know that? Do you know that? You know that you guys are annoying as fuck? You gonna throw up, Josh? Hey, Josh, go to bed, bro. Hold up, Josh, go to bed. Josh, if you're feeling that shitty, dude, you can go to bed, man. I'll turn it off. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna keep it on, but I'm gonna ignore duplicates. Alright? Duplicates are now ignored, okay? Now it's only, no matter how many you type, it's gonna be one. Okay? No more throwing up. All Madden or all pro. I've never played all Madden. Josh, I just turned it off. Don't worry. Don't worry, Josh. I turned it off. I turned it down. I didn't turn it off. I turned it down. Now duplicates are ignored. Oh my god. DT Madden with the fucking gifted, man. 2 gifted, man. Yo, shouts out to you, dog. 2 fucking gifted from DT Madden. Appreciate it, dude. Okay, I'll pro send invite. You want me to send it? Motion sent? Got you. Oh, I like this. I like this, Evans. didn't understand the situation and misinterpreted what BC was saying. I take complete responsibility and apologize for the misunderstanding. Yeah, no, it's fine. You're good. No. You said you gotta sit in the corner. Okay. CJ, I hope you're still listening. You get a 10-minute timeout, okay? And then you're all good. All sins are forgiven. 10-minute timeout, do your time. Okay. He never talked to me. Wait, no. I think they were talking. I think he just misinterpreted what he was saying. It's all good. It's all fucking good, man. It's all fucking good. We're all good, bro. I feel bad he's timed out right now. DC Madden, thank you again for the gifted, dude. Appreciate the 2 gifted, man. Hydrate with a sip. Hey. I got a odd glow. OD glow. Got you, bro. Slap, would you time out?